So, kind of following the order, we start making post list. We have already entered the name here. Now we can list the posts that are in the database. Let's do a control and click to see the structure. I'm going to zoom in on VS Code, so you can see a little better here. So let's go. For post list, fix it a little more the page, perfect. Within the list of posts we clicked on. Going up, we can see that it is using useAuth, which is the logged in user, and the posts, which is a get within the API. Probably, we're going to take a look here, but taking advantage of it. If we stop to notice, user.id here is being used. But an error will probably occur when I do get user follows or set user follows. Why? We just saw this here. We noticed it's now id user, and if we go back here to our login, we can see the information. Let's go back here in the code and show how it was before Ctrl+Z. We can see that it was ID, name, created at and username. Now instead of having this here, we have an id user. We don't have name anymore, and created at is also not there anymore. It's created at and date joined. So we only have these three pieces of information here. Probably it will give an error because here it's expecting an ID. What can we do to make it work? Every call that we have there in post list, using the id user, we would have to change here in the functions. Let's put it here. In this case, it would be id user. Let's see where else it needs to change by doing Ctrl+F to start searching here. Okay. For now, it was just those two that we had. That's right, it was just these two here. Let's research here now what is being done with post, using filter, passing created by which is from the post. So we will have to go inside this function, see what's happening in post list. So let's go here Ctrl+click, but save here first. We can see here that here it's comparing follow. This is not the function we want yet. Inside the file we just want all the posts. So let's go there. So from here, we're going to make our API call. Let's also see how it would look in Swagger, and we test this. We will go to the Swagger page, zooming in here, remembering that we can change the search bar. So now, we want an order. Let's do get from posts. Let's see posts. Bar post, and we can see that there is already a get for posts, with all these parameters. Let's press try it here, to test, and let's execute to see if we have any posts in there. We can see that there's post 1, post 2, and post 3. We already have 3 posts set in there. So we can see here again the root localhost, post. Basically, we have to do pretty much the same thing we did in the get user. We will be making the API call with post, and we will leave a tab here on the side. Let's make our API call. And we don't need this simulation anymore, so let's just comment it out. We want to make a call for all posts. We can do it in a different way so you don't always have to destructure the data. So let's try and catch it in case there's an error. Let's make our API call const res, await API, importing from Axios, get, and here we're going to put our call for all posts. Git Copilot are already suggesting it, so we need const from it. Looking here, pay attention to the call it's post, and the completion suggested a posts. But let's keep it just post. So, let's pass const res put posts here. We can then return res.data here, and we can just return all the posts. Let's add a console.log to see what's really being fetched and down here. Let's add a console log for errors. That it perfect. Let's see on the page. Well, at least it's not giving errors. I expected it to give an error here. Let's see in the console. We can see it's making several calls. For now, we won't optimize this. Let's check here in console. It brought the posts. We had 3 posts. So here, it's bringing post 1, post 2, and post 3. Perfect. Here within the function we are already returning the posts. So we won't need this comment anymore, but I'll leave it here in case we need any reference for later. I'll just minimize this function. Let's go to our post list now to see what we need, configuring here according to the default that's coming, right? Why does it pass some information to the postcard, which does not come from the API, posted, type, text and author. This has to be done when we assemble our object to send to Python. We have to create our schema according to what's needed. So here we put a few things just to test. See what we can pass here too. We no longer have create by .id, and we only have post id. So we'll have to change it here and change the post id to see if this will work.